Thank you very much, Mr Speaker. I am grateful for the chance to speak on this bill. It won't surprise anyone that I will be opposing this bill tonight, and I will continue to oppose it, because it is a bad bill. It does bad things to people that have trusted me to look after their interests. It diminishes the rights of every single one of my constituents. It diminishes the rights of every single one of our constituents. And for some people, for 3 million people, it potentially removes those rights altogether. People face being threatened with deportation, not because of what they've done, but because of what this Parliament and this Government is threatening to do. I can't vote for that under any circumstances. For businesses in my constituency and everywhere else, it seeks to replace the certainty of free trade with the biggest market in the world, preferential trade deals with many of our other trading partners as part of the EU, to replace that with uncertainty of having no idea what deal, if any, they will be trading under, while they are still finalising their annual accounts for the financial year in which they are currently operating. We hear a lot about get Brexit done. This bill doesn't get Brexit done. The withdrawal agreement doesn't get Brexit done. It only starts the process. Next year we could still be tumbling out of the EU on no-deal terms. There is nothing in this bill and there is nothing in the withdrawal agreement that prevents that from happening. And until no deal is taken off the table, the businesses in my constituency and elsewhere will be faced with the greatest of all uncertainties. Most importantly, most fundamentally of all, I can't support this bill because it is a direct violation of the fundamental principle that brought me into politics, the principle of the sovereignty of the people. The people of my nation voted by almost 2 to 1 to reject this chaotic, ridiculous Brexit in its entirety. And that fact has been given no recognition, not a single word of recognition from Her Majesty's Government over the last 3.5 years. Going back to citizens' rights, on the 25th of July, I asked the Prime Minister to honour his promise that he made before the referendum that no EU citizen would have the rights diminished in any way. I asked him if he would guarantee the rights to healthcare, to pension rights, the right to leave the UK and return at any time, the right to bring the family over to join them, the right to vote, and all the other rights currently enjoyed by EU citizens. The Prime Minister at the dispatch box replied, "Those guarantees, as the honourable gentleman knows, we are giving unilaterally." So the Prime Minister promised at a dispatch box all these rights to our EU citizens, which he now intends to take away. And we are supposed to trust that the honourable gentleman on the bond bench is shaking his head. That is in Hansard, he can check it for himself. I wrote to the Prime Minister at the end of July to ask him to confirm what he said, and I'm still waiting for as much of an acknowledgement. I'm not looking for anything fancy. A bit of scrap paper without even a signature on it would do me quite well, seeing as that seems to be what it's about. And as far as... I'll give you just briefly...
Forgive me. Last week the Queen's speech was the most important thing to the Prime Minister. Today and previously, all sorts of insurances. It was almost felt today from the dispatch box, if somebody had asked him, would he assure me the moon is made of cheese, the Prime Minister would have given that assurance. His assurance is the Queen's speech. It means nothing.
I just say to the honourable member, if he continually intervenes, he'll be stopping others speaking. Now, it may not bother him, but I'm just letting him know. Peter Grant.
Thank you, Mr Speaker. My honourable friend makes a very valid point. We've had a lot of assurances from the Prime Minister at the dispatch box. We know that some of them can't be trusted, and therefore we have to assume that we shouldn't rely too much on any of them. He also promised at that dispatch box that after Brexit, full control of Scottish fishing will be returned to Scotland, when in fact government policy is precisely the opposite. As far as the concerns of businesses are concerned, I've gone through the specific concerns that a lot of businesses in my constituency have been raising over the last several years, and I've tried to go through the withdrawal agreement and this bill to find out what parts of those documents address the specific worries that my businesses have got. And to date, I haven't found a single concern that's been raised with me that I can go back to those businesses and say it's been sorted if these documents go through. We've got a lot of platitudes, we've got a lot of reassuring noises. There's absolutely nothing in any of these documents that will give businesses the certainty that they're looking for. The Scottish Conservatives have even started to misrepresent the views of the Scottish Chambers of Commerce and their desperation to make it look as if the business community is telling us we should go ahead with this. What the Scottish Chambers of Commerce actually said was, on the surface this is good news, but the devil is in the detail. Until we see what the deal means for businesses on the ground, many are reserving judgment. And that was hailed as a ringing endorsement, because it was as good an endorsement as is going to come. Mr Speaker, the previous Speaker, the Right Honourable Member for North Thanet, said he was looking for solutions. The House can be satisfied, Mr Speaker. Scotland has a solution. We have a solution that will get us out of this mess, and we will apply that solution if this bill goes forward tonight.